Welcome to the Next Level Faith podcast. I'm your host, Julianne Kirkland, best-selling author and life coach for ambitious women of faith. Join me each week to learn more about the strategies, tools, and mindset needed to arise from the overwhelm and create a joyful life you love. To learn how you can work with me further, grab your copy of my best-selling book, Arise and Shine, or check out how you can get your ticket to my next Awake conference or retreat, head over to juliannekirkland.com. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode, because the best version of you begins on your next level of faith. Hey, welcome back to the Next Level Faith podcast. I'm your host, Julianne Kirkland. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube right now, you're like, what? Yes, I am coming at you from my back porch. It is a beautiful day, and this podcast wasn't expected, but it is necessary. God woke me up kind of with a sense of urgency to pray over women this morning. Just so much that's been going on in society has really stirred my heart and my convictions to be a voice for women. I think women right now are under attack. And it's looking at all different kinds of ways, not just transgender roles and all of that, which is very much everywhere and exploited. And that's not what this message is about. This message was really prompted by what was happening in the UN, looking to decriminalize basically pedophiles. And
I found this on the web.
I'm not talking to you, watch. I hate when it does that. My spirit has been grieving over so many of my clients. I have the privilege and the honor to be a trusted resource guide for my clients, most of whom are ambitious women of faith, and almost all who have had some form of trauma in their life. And it's so cool to me how God is redeeming their story. And I look at what these women have been through, what they are going into now in this new season of life, this next level of life, of faith, of obedience, of surrender, and everything that encompasses in their life. And I just woke up again grieving this morning because of all the women who have been victimized, who have been traumatized by predators, and the fact that society is moving in a direction where there is no absolutes anymore. And they're moving in a direction of you do you, everything is love. And although we are called to love, we are also called to truth. And there is so much of not wanting to hate and discriminate and look down upon, and yes, to all of that. But I am calling you all who are women of courage that are listening right now. You can still stand in truth, and you can still move forward in the absolute truth that is the Word of God, and not hate other people, and not discriminate against other people, and not put other people down. And that is one of the lies of the enemy, is that he has shifted the narrative just enough to where women are fearful to speak in truth because they're afraid they're going to get canceled. They're afraid that they're going to be labeled as a bigot, or as, a discriminator, or that they are not inclusive. All of these things that society is using to manipulate
the narrative. I can stand in truth. I can say, I believe that God's original design for man and woman is truth. And I can say that and not hate somebody who has gender dysmorphia. I can say that and still speak to kindness in kindness with that person. I can say that and still love that person and help that person if they need it. I can still say that and not want the worst for them. And that's what the enemy has done, is that he has shifted that narrative to where that is not allowed. Society says, "Oh, no, no, no. If you stand up for women and women's rights, then you are automatically this. You automatically go against this community of people." And that's just not true. It's just not true. And I see so much of what's happening in our world as an attack, especially on women. And last year, when God called me to start the Awake conference, it was to empower women to arise and to shine. And the shine is not from any form of ego or self-reliance. The shine we have is a reflection of God's glory in our life. And in order to shine the best way possible, in order to reflect all of his glory in every single area of our lives, we are to remove the things that we've allowed to come in to tarnish that shine. And this year's Awake conference is really a call to courage. It is a call to women who are willing to step into courage and still proclaim his truth and still proclaim the unique, beautiful design of a woman. And as we approach Mother's Day, last year I saw so much inclusive language around what Mother's Day should be. And I don't want to be called a birthing parent or a birthing person. I'm a mother. And because I love being called a mother doesn't mean I hate or discriminate or judge or look down upon those who are not able to be mothers, those who are men that want to be women that want to be mother. And that's where society has messed it up so much. And so this next Awake conference is a call to courage. It's a call to women who are still willing to stand up in gentleness and kindness and love and compassion and empathy and grace and mercy and kindness and still speak the truth. There is a place for women who still want to be women, who still want the rights that women have worked so hard for over the past 100 years to be able to get to where we are. And women are still underpaid and women are still looked down upon and all of those arenas. And it's like, now, not only is that still a thing, but now with this overly inclusive language, we're just stripping women of who women are altogether. So what happens next? Everything that we've worked so hard for Just, it doesn't, everything goes back to being about a white man. What? And I say that, and I know that's extreme, and that's not exactly what's happening, but it kind of is. Sports now are, women's sports especially, under attack. And there's a swimmer in Kentucky who, I don't know all the details of her situation, but it was a championship meet, a state meet, something in that arena. It was a big meet, and she ended up tying to a transgender who had, a couple years previous competed as a male, and he hadn't even received the amount of hormone suppression therapy that was required to be able to compete as a woman, and they still allowed this person to win. And the girl from Kentucky that this person won against is standing up, and she's like, this isn't fair. And it's a call to more of that, to not be so scared you're going to be labeled as rude or unloving, unkind, a discriminator, whatever labels that everybody is just willing to throw on out there. It's a call to more of that, to stand up and to speak your truth, to stand in the truth that women were designed by God in a very unique and beautiful way. And it's not an attack on anybody else to speak that truth. It's not saying that other situations, other circumstances, I don't even know what word to say, things, disorders, I don't know. I don't know what is politically correct anymore. And that's kind of the point, is the language is getting so confusing that people are afraid to speak. And I want to encourage you that you have been stirred. If you have felt that stirring in your spirit, that this isn't right, and there can still be a way to speak truth in love and gentleness and kindness and respect and mercy and all of those things, without hating on people, without canceling other people. You can do that. It doesn't have to be a, if or, it can be an and. And I want to encourage you to lean into that message, whatever God is calling to you right now in this time of confusion in our society. If your spirit has been stirred to speak up, to use your voice, I want to encourage you to do so. And that is what the Awake Conference is going to be this year. It's happening in October, and it's going to be a call to courage. It is not going to be any kind of slamming the left side, slamming the right side, slamming this community of people. It's not that at all. It is a call to truth. It is a call to using our voice as women. It is a call to empower other women. We need each other. And that is by design. If you look back at scripture, women were used so powerfully as these pivotal moments in history to change the narrative, to shift the course. And I believe that God is calling I believe God is calling us to that again. Yes, it's an awakening. And yes, it's a call to courage. It's a call to movement. It's a call to truth. It's a call to mercy and kindness and gentleness and compassion and empathy and grace. And I want to invite you to come and be a part of that call. Come be a part of the Awake Conference this year. Stand with other women in support of other women. It is our time to rise and to shine. Again, it's not any way of boasting on our own strength. It's because we are reflecting the glory and the brilliance of the Lord. And together, arm in arm, can you just imagine how bright that light is? What dark places will we be able to reach together? It's a beautiful vision. And I want to invite you to be a part of it. It is your time to arise and to shine. This is your call to courage. Come and join me in October in Georgia for Awake 2023. And I'm also having an open speaker call as well. So if you have a message on your heart and you are just looking to get it out there, register. Let me see your message. And if you need help working through that, I can offer you help as well. Your voice needs to be heard. It is time to rise up, my friends. It is okay to still be a woman. It is okay to still love being a woman. And I want to support you and encourage you in whatever it is God is calling you to do in this season. That's all I have for you today, my friends. I know that this wasn't a very polished episode, but it was important. And it's my heart, and it still feels jumbly right now because it is. There's so much confusion around everything. And the heart of it is, I want to encourage you to use your voice in whichever way God is calling you to do. And if I can help you in any way, reach out. I want to help. It's time for women to stand together. Again, our light is going to pierce the deepest darkness. That's all I have for you today, my friends. Bye for now.